Hey everybody, welcome back to The Prisoner, episode number 5, The Schizoid Man. Now last time we had an episode that I went on a long rant about. Now, forget about last episode for a second. Episode number 3, A, B, and C. Number 14 in that episode. Now, something I spotted in editing was that she slipped up when she was... Remember, she was pretending to be B in his dream, but she slipped up by saying some lines that she had previously said in the real world to him. She says,
we all make mistakes. Sometimes we have to.
We all have to make mistakes. Sometimes we have to.
We all make mistakes. Sometimes we have to. Although she, interestingly enough, I think the actress flubs her line originally because she says, we all have to make mistakes, sometimes we have to, which it just makes no sense. But when I was watching that in editing, I was like, hey, same lines. Cool. So that's when he figured out that it was all just, he was all just maybe a manipulation. Maybe he figured out that, she's 14 is feeding B lines right now. That's when it really clicked for him. She messed up. But the more I thought about it, the more I'm not sure that 14 did mess up. Some part of me is thinking that 14 was working with 6 in that episode. Secretly. Or at least she was siding with him, or at least she was trying to help him out. Because it's not just that she messed up with the double lines, but she appears right in front of his home the day after after A, buying flowers, and she makes sure that he sees her. And then later in the episode, she allows him to follow her to the secret lab. What is she doing at that lab during the day when nobody's there? She's doing nothing. She pops in, she grabs something, she pops out again. I think she's just leading him up there so that he can... And then she doesn't notice that the C compound has been diluted. She's the expert. She's developed this entire treatment, and she doesn't notice something like that. It's very sloppy. But I think that she's secretly working with him. I think all her mistakes in the episode, her leading him there, her accidentally being spotted outside his home, her... another little interesting tidbit about that episode I noticed in editing is that when she's sitting at the table before he comes over and talks to her, she's reading a paper that the headline is, it's upside down and backwards, but you can make out that it says, is number 2 fit? So the paper is asking the question if this number 2 in episode 3 is actually fit for purpose. And maybe she doesn't think so. And maybe we're just helping number 6 out. Because we don't much like the current number 2. So, yeah, that was interesting. None of that may be true. But my initial reaction was, she slipped up. She said that she accidentally said the line she said earlier. To, wait a second. Almost everything she was doing in this episode was helping him out. So I think she was helping him. It makes episode 3 more interesting, and it makes episode 3... I've really liked episode 2 and episode 3. I would rank them 2, 3, 1, 4. And I'm only putting 4 on the list because I'm a nice person. But maybe when I'm editing episode 4 for YouTube, I'll spot something really cool, something really interesting that'll flip my perspective on it all the way around. And I'll go, actually, episode 4 is the best one. Because of this, and this. When he goes into that room with all those people in a semicircle, all their little tags anagram to something. They don't. They might. Anyway, was that coherent, what I just said? The Schizoid man. Hey, look, last time he had circles and squares in his brain. You know? He wasn't quite himself. He snapped out of it a few times, but he wasn't quite himself. Now, let's see what this one's all about. It looks like a runway to me. Or maybe the Top Gear racetrack.
By hook or by crook, we will.
Oh, hey. New number 2.
I am not a number. I am a free man.
Oh, what's this?
Now.
ESP guessing?
A circle.
Right.
Ooh.
Now.
Star.
Right.
What the hell?
Thank you, number 6.
What for?
For letting me practice my mind-reading act on you.
Act.
A square.
She's got a gift.
You sure it's a square?
Yes.
How is she doing that?
I don't know what I'd have done without your help. Nobody else believed in me. Can I take another picture now?
You've taken 5 already.
Yeah.
Look at this camera.
But I might.
Adventure.
I'm terribly sorry.
Mortal injury, wounded for life. Look.
I'm so sorry. It was clumsy of me.
Don't worry. It'll mend itself. 17 out of 25. It's quite remarkable.
It's pretty good.
Couldn't it just mean that we're simpatico?
It might, but there's more to it than that. You've got 73 out of 100.
73%.
Like it?
Well, as you say, you need a little more practice.
10.
Tomorrow?
We'll see.
This is an interesting opening. She's like a Doctor Who companion.
See you.
A pleasant, nice, quiet opening. I appreciate it. Better than last episode already. And she's like psychic or something. 73% psychic. That's more than I am. No, a map. Proper map.
Switch me into number 6.
Sleeping.
Breathing is shallow.
Pulsator. Visual.
We're pulsating. No, 10 is the date. Okay. I was wondering why there was a 10 in the background. He's always been injected with something. There will be simpatico when she starts guessing things. They'll be all out of sync now. Because he's all drugged up. Oh, again, focusing on the date. We're taking away his sense of time, maybe. Boom, boom. That's the 11th. Oh, Jesus, fellas.
Left-handed.
Oh, we've rewound the date. Oh, he's got a moustache. He's number 6's mirror universe self. What kind of a messed up trick is this? It's real. 12. 2 6s, eh? Very symbolic. It's the commissioner.
Good morning, number 12. I hope you slept well after your flight. I'll expect you for breakfast in 15 minutes.
Flight. Go along with it, 6. Play along with their game.
Good morning, number 12.
Happy seeing you. Good morning, my ass.
Morning, number 12.
Why do you call me number 12?
Well, that's what you were called when I last saw you.
She's in on it. Don't believe her lies. At least you never change. This guy's number 1. You know it. He's number 1 in our hearts.
Ah, my dear chap.
Punch him.
Delighted to see you. Now, breakfast.
What can I do for you? You want me to break number 6?
Do you think I'd forgotten we used to call you Flapjack Charlie? You always did enjoy your food.
What's it all about?
Our prize prisoner, the one we call number 6.
Oh.
I could crack him, of course, but I can't use the normal techniques. That's why I need you.
Why do you need me?
You bring two great gifts to bear. Firstly, your ability as an agent.
Yeah.
Secondly, you have a unique physical advantage. You really do bear remarkable resemblance. Your job, number 12, will be to impersonate him. Take his sense of reality away.
Once he begins to doubt his own identity, he'll crack. What do you think of the idea?
It's very meta.
Fascinating possibilities, but you'll have an awful job convincing me that I am not your number 6.
He's getting into it already.
Ah, excellent, number 12, of course. Started living the part already, eh?
That's right.
Oh, that reminds me. You're now officially number 6.
He sure is. Hey, you know what's interesting? A little bit, maybe, tiny bit. Imagine if there was such a man. Such a man that looks like number 6, but isn't number 6. And that they have brought him in here. And he is like this character actor. And he's already in the... He got to know his target. He's acting exactly the way number 6 would act. What I'm saying is, imagine if all of this was actually legit. And the trick was on the audience and not... And not on the characters. But of course we know. The audience has been let in on the magic act. We've seen behind the curtain. We've seen that it's not the 10th. And that time has passed. And that we deliberately set all this up, and he's grown the moustache, and it is 6. But imagine if the trick was on us all this time. But this is interesting. He's been given, like 6 has been told that the plan in this episode is to make him doubt his own identity. It's extremely meta. And his job is to pretend to be himself. And everybody is going to treat him like he's this other guy pretending to be the guy. It would do a little number on your brain, wouldn't it? And maybe Mrs. Photography, she's been in on it this whole time, right? And she's going to get all those ESP cards wrong now. Just to mess with him. To make him doubt that he is who he thinks he is. It's just like Ghostbusters. The start of Ghostbusters. Have you seen that?
You'll find all his background details in here. Study them. You want to watch that number 12? Number 6 is right-handed.
Whoop.
Yes, we'll just have to make a very few changes. I'll get a couple of my girls to work you over a little.
Yeah, we'll get that moustache right off. And yeah, they were training his arm so that he would become left-handed. Yeah. Their numbers are huge. In the hundreds.
You'd hardly know yourself, would you, number 12? This is number 6's. Familiarize yourself with it.
It shouldn't be too difficult.
The idea is that when he comes back, in a few minutes, as a matter of fact,
A few minutes.
you will be in possession.
It's not the same. Change things. It's rubbish. It's not mine. This should be gilt, not silver.
They're messing with him.
Oh, once we get started, even I won't be able to tell you apart. You'll need a password to identify yourself.
Okay.
The password is Gemini.
Got it. Gemini.
Good luck.
12 signs of the zodiac. He's number 12. It all makes sense. Are they going to do some split screen stuff in this episode?
Oh, very good. Very good indeed. Where'd they get you? A people's copying service, or are you one of those double agents we hear so much about these days?
Wow. This looks great.
Scotch.
Hey, that looked great, by the way. That shot there, it could look crazy bad in other shots, but usually you can really, really tell that there's a weird split screen and the lighting is off and everything's just off about a shot. Like even up until like Back to the Future, you could just tell that it just looks all weird. Color and lighting wise. But that looked great. If they start wearing the same clothes, how are we supposed to tell the difference? I presume this guy is the real 12 You know, that they got in. That they actually did get a guy, and now they've just swapped the roles. You know what I'm saying? 12 is pretending to be 6, and 6 is pretending to be 12, pretending to be 6. Hey, maybe the picture, the photograph girl, maybe she is legit, maybe she is nice, and maybe she's gonna help. Maybe when his brain is, when he's starting to doubt himself, she'll be able to give him that reassurance, because they're in sync with each other. Because apparently nobody else really believes that she has the gift. You know, so maybe she is his friend.
I take it I'm supposed to go all fuzzy around the edges and run off into the distance screaming, "Who am I?" When they come to film my life story, you've got the part.
Yeah.
Cigar? You'll have to learn to smoke it right-handed first. And you, how to light a cigar.
Oh.
And you, how to smoke my brand. It's not going to work, you know. Certainly isn't. I have a very strong sense of identity. Why don't we settle this like gentlemen? We're both claiming to be number 6, are we not? I am number 6. You are doing the claiming. Well, let's prove which one is correct. How? In many ways. Pistol shooting, for instance.
Pistol shooting?
What was number 6's average? 90%. Correct. Shall we go?
No, we're gonna have a pistol match.
I'm sorry, old boy. Number 6 is a right-handed shot.
You know that.
3-second intervals.
He's aiming.
Now, 1,
It'll be all
2,
off.
3.
I want to play this game. Oh, what kind of shot is that?
Number 12 has caught the man's whole style.
In Haiti would say he's stolen his soul.
Well, I certainly shoot more like me than you do.
Maybe he has.
How's your fencing? You should know. You've studied my file.
Come on, 6. Whichever you are.
You still claim to be number 6? It's beginning to get on my nerves a little bit. I suppose you're an Olympic boxer as well, are you? Oh, you should know. It's in my record. Perhaps you'd like to find out.
Oh! He's straight in on him. Oh.
Surprise at number 2. His agents just aren't what they were.
Oh no! Do you know who's who?
Oh dear. Looks as though we're in trouble with the headmaster. Must be confusing for it, not knowing which one of us to bite.
You know me, buddy.
This way.
You can't come in. You can't fit. You stay out here.
Number 6. Heard you were having a spot of bother. Who are you?
You know who I am. I am number 6.
How did you get here?
I was unconscious at the time, if you remember.
Yep.
What was your purpose in coming here?
I had none. I'll go away again if you like.
How did your people know that number 6 was here?
What people?
How did they know enough about him to produce you?
I do not understand.
What were you doing in the recreation room?
Teaching that synthetic twin of mine how to shoot and fence.
We're just playing.
I am number 6. Number 6! 6! 6!
Ugh. Hey, what happened to I'm not a number, I'm a free man? What about that? Yeah, that's how you know he's not number 6. All these protestations that he is number 6. The real number 6 would never say that.
Your boy is dedicated to his work.
I told you he was a tough nut, number 12.
Number 6. 6.
Oh, you're quite right, of course. That was careless of me. You still insist you're number 6? Your mind can lie, but your body can't. You'll see. By the time we finish with him, he won't know whether he's number 6 or the cube root of infinity.
Oh, geez. Is that 12?
You have something in mind?
Certainly. May I?
Oh, guess who?
Number 24.
We're bringing her in.
Alison?
Yes?
I'm at number 2's residence. Could you come over right away? Bring the cards with you.
What do you hope to achieve?
Now we'll see if she's a plant or not.
Prove that I am number 6 and he is a fake.
Here we go.
Good heavens, it can't be.
There's two of them.
Which one of you?
I am the original.
He's the copy.
He is the economy pack.
Yeah.
But I still don't understand which of you is...
That is what you are here to settle.
Oh, I see, that's why you wanted me to bring the cards.
That's
I
right.
don't follow.
Number 6 and I have a mental link.
Yes, now let's see. I think a run of 5 would be sufficient. Right.
Come on, don't let him down.
Now.
Square.
Oh, good start, good start.
7.
No! Your link is all off.
Cross.
No!
Just relax.
Come.
You ready?
Cross.
Nope, nope.
Now,
Square.
Damn it.
a run of 5, you said.
Oh, no. Oh, not this one.
Now.
3 wavy lines.
Now.
Across.
Across.
Now.
Star. A circle. You don't have to tell me. I just know that was 5 out of 5. He's the one. He's number 6.
Whoop.
I took it last night. He's all arms and legs.
No, he had the picture.
Actually, there was a much simpler way to identify number 6. He has a mole on his left wrist.
So is this one, my dear?
If you don't mind, I'll see the young lady home. See.
Well,
What in heaven's name made you do a stupid thing like that? Surely you must realize that number 6 and that girl have got a genuine rapport. Number 118. Why was there no mole on number
yeah,
12's
what
left
about the
wrist?
mole?
Don't you realize you've jeopardized the whole operation? Report to me first thing in the morning.
You're getting fired, dude. Damn it.
He's the one. He's number 6.
He's cracking number 12. What belong now?
He is crying. He is doubting it. They got me all side swipe too. Hey, it can't still be the 10th, can it? Does time not pass in this damn village? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That proves it. That proves how much time has passed too. That's a nice little detail. Yep.
The left hand, number 12. It's always left, that's right. Now catch.
Number 12, I am left-handed, and number 12, I smoke crack, cigarettes, flapjacks are my favorite dish.
Oh yeah, flapjacks. You love the flapjacks. No. Flapjacks. Flapjacks. He wants flapjacks. 256. 2 to the power 8. That's more like it. Well, you've remembered it all. Now how can you use this to your advantage? What are we doing with the lamp 6? Are we gonna electrocute ourselves? Is he trying to shock himself back into being right-handed? It worked. The magic trick. Hey, buddy.
Enough.
This guy's giving him a massage. Jesus.
Let's see how number 6 is getting on, shall we?
Never chew as quirk.
Number 6? Control room. Number 6 is gone. Find him.
Oh, he's down in the lower quarters. Fellas?
What's the password?
Gemini.
Gemini?
Did he say Gemini? Let's go. Oh, nice. You're following the right. Yeah. Tricked.
Send out a general alarm. Orange alert.
He's coming here to have it out with 12.
I'm a very light sleeper.
They're dressed similarly.
Couldn't sleep. Came here because... Who am I? You don't know who you are. You're number 12. Yeah. Sometimes in my dreams, I'm somebody else. Sometimes in my dreams, I resign my job.
No?
I think we'll call number 2. You might be able to help. The password! I don't know what you're talking about. What is it?
Don't tell him.
What password? What is it? A schizoid. Schizoid man. What's your name? Curtis.
Well, they're going to confuse them now. It's me, Curtis. Schizoid man.
Schizoid man.
He's going to kill the other one.
Man. Schizoid man.
No! We got him.
Come in, number 2. Curtis here.
Password?
Schizoid man. Number 6 is dead.
What?
Oh, hey, whoa, hang on a second. If 2 believes that 6 is dead, and 12 is only here for the job, end of show. See you later, 12. Thanks for trying, but looks like our bubble kills 6. We'll call you if we need you again. The end.
Control room. Deactivate rover immediately. Pending further instruction.
Rover. Time to go home. Right, 2?
We're still trying to discover why Rover killed number 6. You're to return immediately to report your failure.
You wanted him broken. I've broken him. I wasn't an go berserk.
Well, nor was I.
You studied him. Should have known. It was your idea.
That's a strange thing to say.
Uh-oh.
You know it wasn't.
Uh-oh.
Recriminations aren't going to help. It's a disgrace for us both. When do I leave?
Half an hour. Oh, they want you to talk to the girl Alison before you go. They think she may have some insight into number 6's motivations.
Damn it. That's going to give the game away, talking to her. He's already suspicious, though. The mind reader.
I thought we ought to have a little chat. My masters will want to know if you had any insight into his mind.
Insight?
I don't believe in such things myself, but you were supposed to be able to read each other's minds.
It doesn't work like that.
How does it work?
Just shapes.
Little things, sudden coincidences which aren't really coincidences.
Yeah?
Like that?
Bad habit of mine. Well, you've nothing to tell me. I'll be on my way. You're seeing you.
Oh, right, yeah.
You ready?
Yes, just coming.
You don't have to see me off. I know the way. I'm coming down with something. Let's not speak on the way to the chopper.
Oh, by the way, have you thought any more about that proposition I put to you when you arrived?
Damn it.
Sorry, I've had no time.
Look, old chap, we've been through many scrapes before, but we've never fallen out over them. The General's not going to behead you.
We won't know until I've reported to the General, will we?
Report to the General?
Uh-oh.
That's a new one.
For Pete's sake, you know what I mean.
You are edgy.
You mean I'm not as I was?
Yes. I remember Susan saying only a month ago that you're generally quite unflappable. You have changed.
We all change. A job changes us.
You just got into the mindset of him, you know? You can understand that. You spent so long trying to pretend to be somebody. Uh-oh. What's she doing here?
I'm ashamed of what I did to number 6 yesterday.
It was your job.
It was a betrayal.
Isn't everything we do here a betrayal?
It's not often one gets a second chance.
There are no second chances.
She's apologizing.
There are sometimes for the lucky ones. If I had a second chance, I want you to know that I wouldn't do it again.
Okay. You can come back. Another episode.
Oh, one last thing.
Oh, no.
You forgot security regulations. The blindfold on check.
Oh, yes, of course.
You won't forget to give Susan my regards, will you?
I won't.
Right.
Did he mess up? Did he mess up? Is Susan just a made-up person? You're back.
Susan died a year ago, number 6.
Damn it. Anything could have tripped him up on that trip to the chopper. That's why you come down with some kind of illness. You can't speak. We're back, people. We're back with the good episodes. The Schizoid Man was a good episode. Very good episode, in fact. Different idea, different way of coming at things, different tactic. This episode, we wanted to break his sense of identity. We were gonna fool him into thinking that he wasn't the guy that he thought he was. And it was confusing for him, but also a little bit at some points in my brain. I was like, wait, which one is wearing the white coat right now? Because it's not just that they're pretending to be the same person. They're pretending, one of them is pretending to be, they're treating one of them like they're pretending to be the other person, but they're treating the other person as if they're my brain. They didn't just bring in 12 and get him to pretend to be 6. They also took 6 and they treated him like he was 12, pretending to be 6. And I thought that was great. It really did a number on my brain. What is the number it did on my brain? It's either 6 or 12. One of those two. But it was effective. In disorienting. I like as stupid as the pseudoscience of it was, I like swapping his handedness, training him to use his left hand. Because that would, that's something, whether you're left-handed or right-handed. And if suddenly you were using the wrong one, some of your brain's thinking, wait a second, have I just convinced myself I'm this guy when really I'm not? You wouldn't seriously consider it, but for an instant you might. You'd be like, wait a second, this isn't right. Why am I eating all this weird food? Why am I smoking these weird cigarettes? Why don't I have the mole? But the little incident earlier on in the episode where he burns his, I think he burns it, his nail, and then you can see it move up the nail, so you can tell exactly how long as well. You can tell that an amount of time has passed. And she wasn't working for them. She wasn't in on it. Or, well, at least she regrets her role in it. I guess maybe she was in on it. No, she was, but she regrets it. She figured out at the end that he was the real number 6. That's why she came to him and said that if she had to do it all again, she wouldn't. So I think that she was given... You know what? I don't know. Because at the end, 2 sends who he thinks is 12, at the time he thinks it's 12, to talk to her, to get some sort of insight from her because of her connection, her genuine connection with 6. So her genuine connection with 6 is real. It's not fake. They genuinely have that connection. But I don't know how that connects with the scene where she's brought to 2 and then they do 12 and 6 do the test with her. I don't know how much of that is real. Maybe it's a pseudoscience thing as well. Because he's been zapped and whatever, he's lost the connection. And somehow the other one has it. But maybe that part of it was set up. And maybe that's what she's sorry for. That she was instructed to deliberately mess up in that situation. I think that's where I'm at the moment. That's where I'm leaning. That they did have a genuine friendship, a genuine connection, and then she was forced to do this thing, to betray him, to break him, and she feels bad about it. That's how I'm leaning. Or she was in the dark until the end, and then she felt sorry for her part in it, her unwitting part in it. Yeah. We heard the ball get referred to as Rover in this episode, which I like. And hey, can we talk about that? Rover killed who it thought was number 6. Actually killed who it thought was number 6. This thing needs to be reprogrammed. You know, number 6 is the highest priority target. We're not allowed to use super extensive methods of gaining the information. But we have this thing that can just kill him. You know, on a whim. Just because it's orange alert. Now I know it's suffocated him before and we've had to bring it back. But we need to have some sort of security system that just sedates people and doesn't kill them outright. Now it works for this episode because we need to get rid of 12. Some way, but it's concerning, you know. We got to stand down the bubble. To further notice, you know what I liked about the episode 2? I liked that when 6, who is now 12, has come back to his house to pretend to be 6, that they've subtly changed things. They've subtly changed things in his home, so that things aren't quite right. That's a nice little touch. Now, there's so many little things that don't quite work about the situation. Like, he still remembers everything that he's done in the village. And if he was actually 12, he wouldn't remember all of that stuff. No matter how much he'd studied the files. There would be no reason for the real 12 to think that he was 6. To be doubting whether he's 12 or 6. The real 12 should always know that he's the real 12 in order to do his mission. Now sure, he can get into character, but he should have memories, he should remember Susan, he should remember all his missions, his entire life before this. So there's no real way they can properly break 6 and make him think he's not 6. You know? But we can kind of overlook that massive problem. Because it's a neat little idea. And they've been poking him with drugs and they've been messing with his head a little. You know? And he's still got the circles and the squares in him from last episode. And you know the way in a dream, you don't quite know it's a dream. Even though it's so obvious when you wake up. Think of it like that. It's so obvious that he should know that he's 6 because of all the things he remembers. Even just playing the card game with the girl earlier. The fact that he played that with her at all is evidence that he's always been 6, you know? It's obvious when you wake up from the dream, but maybe not when you're in it. Full of the drugs. Interesting thing about dreams, actually. Last night, this is funny. This is funny to me anyway. Last night, in a dream, I woke up laughing from this, by the way. Somebody said, as I was passing by, that one there has main character syndrome. Talking about me. Just someone whispered it as I was walking by. I woke up laughing because, you know, that's something that, you know, a lot of people have main character syndrome in their life. They think, you know, the world is, everybody else is just a character and they're the main character. But in the dream world, that is literally true. You are not only the main character, you're the only character. So the fact that somebody else in my dream said that about me is just the funniest thing. I woke up laughing. I was like, I can't believe a character in my dream accused me of having main character syndrome. Anyway, that's the story about dreams that is connected to my point about why little plot details and plot inconsistencies can be overlooked, because being in the village is a little like being in a dream state. And that things that might seem clear when you're out of it might not be so clear when you're inside it. For all we know, and please don't tell me anything about the show, what it is or what it isn't. It could be all just a dream, you know, or it could be on an alien spaceship, or 6 could be number 1, or any number of things that you can think of. It could be it. So, The Schizoid Man, a good episode of the show, right up there in quality with 2 and 3, I would say, in the way they went about it. It felt a lot like 3, yeah. A, B, and C. We messed with his mind a little. We tried to convince him of something that isn't true. In 3, we tried to convince him that his dream world is reality, and in this one, we try to convince him that his reality isn't quite what he thinks it is. We've got a lot more numbers in this one, too. We went... I think 256 is the highest number I've seen so far. So that's, we don't need to go up that high, I don't think. I don't think there are that many people in the village. But then he went to the section of the village dedicated to the higher numbers, which I liked. The dangerous area. Oh, I wouldn't go there at night. You know, who knows what kind of Waldos will beat you up. What did I think of this 2? This 2 was neutral. I have no strong feelings about this 2. He got massaged a little bit, but he didn't really stand out as a 2 with a lot of personality, with a lot of quirks. It was more about 6 and 12 this episode, and not so much about 2. 2 could have been played by anybody, you know, for the role he had this time. I think once we get to the end of the show, I'll struggle to remember exactly what this 2 was all about, to differentiate him from, say, you know, the 2 who was afraid of answering the phone, or you know, any of the people, the guy who was joking about the chairs, or, you know, the one who loved spending a lot of time with 6, 7 conversations and chatting openly about the village. And the one who wanted people to make paintings of him and sculptures of him. Yeah. That 2 seemed like he'd been around for a while. Actually, the 2 in Free For All also seemed like he'd been around for a while, because since he was running for re-election, you know. That's another thing about the show. It feels like every 2, although they're new, feels like they've been there for quite a while. They're like every 2 feels like a lived-in 2. Even though they start the episode saying, I'm the new number 2. They do seem like they've been around for a while. Like every episode is a month of time, at least. And maybe longer. And also that they've always been 2. That there is only the one number 2. Sometimes they play it that way too. Now, speaking of the General, we mentioned the General in this episode. In fact, number 6 slipped up many times before Susan was even, you know, before 2 really got him with Susan. He was saying all the wrong things, like reporting to the General and all of that. He was messing up left, right, and center. Everything he was saying was slightly off, was slightly wrong. The next episode is called The General, we've heard mention of the General in episode number 2, I believe. So maybe we'll see the General next time. I look forward to it. What do you think of the Schizoid Man? You agree with my assessment that it's a return to form? And that we should just ignore the last episode? I like the beginning. I like the 24. I like her character. I like getting to know her. I like the connection they had. I like that it was important. I like showing the date in the background before we knew that was going to be important. And I like manipulating him. I like the getting one pretending to be the other, pretending to be other, pretending to be other. I love that stuff. I would say it's a strong episode. Right, get out of here. I'll see you for the General next time. We'll have a great time. And I'll see you then.